They beat us, what, week 2 or 3? Pretty good. So, yeah, we're excited for the opportunity. It's going to be Monday night. It's going to be a hostile environment. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I think the guys are excited for it.
Yeah, they better be excited. It is Monday Night Football, and that loss that Taylor Heinicke was talking about happens to be the last time that the Commanders face off against the Eagles. Carson Wentz was still the captain of the offense at that point earlier this season. Tonight, though, it will be Heinicke and crew taking on the undefeated Birds up in Philly.
All right, we got our friends in here this morning. NFL players, former NFL players, John Booty, Ken Harvey. They're here to break it down, expectations, predictions, the whole 9 yards for the night. Thank y'all for coming in, fellas.
Thank you.
All right. We appreciate
voice on.
Yeah.
Exactly. I like that.
Yeah, we like that. Yeah. All right, so let's get your football voice on now. All right, let's just jump right into this. Tonight, who you got? I just want to know right off the top.
I can't even say it, man. You know me. I mean, look, you look at the game, and you look at all the stats, and it's just Eagles, right? But then you look at the Dallas game last night. Anything's possible. That's the game of football. But Eagles should win this on the paper.
Yeah.
Got the Eagles.
I'm going to go shorter than his answer, so I'm just going to say Eagles outright.
Okay.
Eagles are ready.
He had an explanation.
Of course.
Of course.
So let me take you guys back to the locker room days, and you guys are both very outspoken guys. Ken, I'll start with you. You're going into a hostile environment. You're up against an undefeated team, and you just happen to be on national television. You're the underdog. What's going on in that locker room? What are you saying?
I mean, look, you're saying, look, this is the greatest time to show your stuff. Right. To walk into someone's house, I hate to say you sound violent, walk into someone's house, slap them in the face, and say you can't do anything about it. That's the greatest feeling in the world, because it just shows you, no matter how big the house, if you keep it solid at the end and you walk away a victor, your game.
I've been in games where I've played on teams with the Eagles, and we walked into a house and slapped them in the face and won the game. So that can happen.
Right.
But you're going to a household environment in Philadelphia. I don't think it's going to happen tonight, because the Eagles are ready. They've been meditating, they've been working out, they've been having fun, and so they bought into the system. So Jalen Hurts is playing very well. They got a star-studded wide receiver core and offensive line. But I do know this: the last time the Commanders played the Eagles, their D-line matched up very well against the Eagles' offensive line.
Oh, that's a good start. You can shut down Hurts.
Right. There is no one who's believing that the Commanders are going to win the game except for Commanders fans, and it better be the players. Players got to have that attitude that this is our game, and no matter what's in front of them, I'm going to beat my guy, and I'm going to do it with such vengeance. I'm going to be the underdog to show everybody that we're better than what they think we are.
And it's prime time. You got to go with some energy. How you prepare yourself, and how you are in pregame.
Right. Yeah. It's like a news station. If you're a news station, somebody came here and just walked in your house. You got to show them that this is.
Well, they wouldn't get in the house. Okay, let's be clear. They wouldn't get in the house. Okay. Yeah. Come on now. So let's talk about the keys, the most important phase of the game tonight. The Eagles have to lose sooner or later. There's no scenario where I think they can go 17-0, because that just doesn't happen. So what's the most important part of the game tonight if Washington is going to win?
Well, they got to play for 60 minutes.
The whole game.
They got to play start fast, and they got to finish strong. They just cannot just have a lull at any moment, because the Eagles sometimes do start off slow, but they know how to, make adjustments at halftime and come back and make big plays. But the Eagles, the Commanders, they really have to start fast and finish fast.
Okay.
And mental mistakes.
I was going to say, in the locker room, this is the speech they give you: mistake-free. You got to play mistake-free. You got to play strong. I think our defensive line, we got to get to the quarterback. But the Eagles have shown that, even if you get to the quarterback, they can still win. But they do have some weaknesses. I think our weakness would be tight end coming down the middle and the receivers. But we can run on them, and if we can take advantage of the runs, we'll be okay.
Real quick, let me ask you about since you mentioned locker room. Obviously, the environment, all of the distractions that have been going on this year. With the Commanders bringing Brian Robinson into the mix last week, that got a lot of blowback, and you heard some players speaking out that said, listen, this was never a distraction before. Maybe it is now. The timing with Monday Night Football, do you use that to your advantage, or does it work against you?
Well, you use it to your advantage, because you're on prime time. And you want to say, listen, what is going on outside of us? It's not our. We don't have control over it, right? So we have control of the locker room. We have control of the players. Go out and play your best football and make a name for yourself, because we're the only one being seen tonight. So that's what you have to do.
All this stuff is you become us against the world.
Right.
You start focusing on what can we do, which is an advantage, right? Because if you start thinking about everything, your game is off. When you're saying, I want to be the best we can be for me, for us, for our team, then that's when you play a lot better.
That's what we're
And the Eagles cannot take the Commanders lightly.
No.
tonight.
Well, we hope
that may be their biggest
Actually, we hope
advantage.
that they do.
take
Yes,
them
exactly.
lightly. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Did you
All
hear
right.
him? He said, "Hope that they don't." You hear
I know. I messed with my head this morning. John Kent, thank you guys very much. Good to have you here as always, dressing the part. I like the colors, by the way.
I thought I would kind of do that.
He said he was going to make you do push-ups if you know, because
You said that. All right, Monday Night Football coverage starts tonight at 7 o'clock with Like It or Not Football Edition, and then the live pregame show starts at 7:30, the game right here on Fox. Marissa?
Stuff. Thanks so much, Steve. Still to come, the White House is gearing up to host a wedding for just the 19th time in history. We'll tell you who's tying the knot.
What does dry skin feel like?
It was really scaly.
Like a pet lizard?
New Dove Body Wash with Microbiome Nutrient Serum transforms the driest skin in one shower.
I feel amazing.
I feel like put on a really good dress. Your skin's full of life again.
New Dove Body Wash.